Hi guys, I'm gonna give you a little office tour. I haven't talked about it. I got this office like at the end of November and I haven't really said anything about it, but I've been making videos and posting content from in here. Look at this cute little mirror. My two friends that are sisters gave it to me for a Christmas gift to warm it up in here. But let me tell you about it first. So I know that getting an office space, like when you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, isn't like, insane. It's very common to do. My circumstances in life and the way that things were set up made this very hard. I've been wanting an office for years, and it's like still not fully set into me that I've gotten it yet. And it's not because having an office itself is like insane. It's that I just feel like it's one of the first steps to me really getting what I want in life. And I'm heavily a career girly. I have so many big goals that aren't just associated with astrology. I always tell people like astrology was an accidental win. I never planned to be an astrologer. I never planned to make this my job. I've always been interested in it. It was something I threw at the wall and it ended up working. And that's like a common theme in my life of I've had multiple businesses before. It's just that this one was like the best heavy hitter and feels like a real adult job to me, whereas the other ones always felt like a hobby that I was trying to do really good at, but it never quite hit. However, I needed those experiences to be able to be successful in this business, so they served their purpose. I had multiple different things going on, though. I'm happy to tell you my journey with them. But the last few years of my life has just been very hard for multiple reasons. A lot of them having to do with as far back as my childhood to as relatable as just relationships that really impacted me. And I've kind of gotten to a spot in the last year where everything that had once been my biggest blockage in life was stripped from me, against my will. And it kind of forced me to do a lot of the work that I needed to do on myself and be able to focus on the things that I really wanted. And one of those things was really screwing my head on straight despite having ADHD very badly, despite having PMDD very badly, despite having a lot of actual external circumstances that felt like God was literally, pinning things against me. A lot of the things in my life I always say it feels like my life is a puzzle where the pieces like just sort of kind of fit, but it never fully clicks. That's a whole nother story for another day, but I'm still trying to figure that out. However, I'm trying to share these little parts of my story rather than only when I win and get everything that I want, because this is the important part. This is the hard part. This is the journey. And I just feel like, especially on TikTok, you always see people with the office, with the high-rise apartment, with, the dream life, and they tell you, oh, I just did this, and this, and it's not to say that people are lying, but there's for at least the average person who literally comes from nothing but wants a lot of things in life, like, it isn't an overnight process. It is very complex, and there is a lot of steps in between just waking up and saying, oh, these are my goals, and then actually being able to allow them to materialize. And it's both circumstances that are physical, like money, and then also like getting in your own head and emotional things and stuff. So getting this office was a very big win for me. And again, I know to the average person it doesn't seem that insane. It was crazy to me. I'm also a late in life driver. I got my license for the first time this year at 26 years old, and my first car that I bought myself with the money from my business, no help at all with any of that. So these are things I've wanted forever and ever and ever, and it just always felt like either me or something else was in the way of really making those changes. But I did it, I pulled it off, and here it is. I'm super excited. I've been doing readings from in here, but I plan to get a few other things off of the ground while I'm here. I have a year lease. I'm leaving here at the end of November of next year, and hopefully, unless something changes on my path, moving to Tampa, moving to Florida next fall. I used to live there when I was younger. I lived in Orlando when I was young, like a child, but I think that, what was that noise? I think that I may be heading back there, so I really need to take advantage of my time here, make a lot of money, get some things off the ground, and get successful. So let me show you everything. When I tell you I just recorded for 10 minutes and it didn't catch it, so the first thing I have is this whiteboard right here, which came with the place, which is nice because, like I said, with the ADHD, to-do lists don't cut it, planners don't cut it. They are helpful, but I need like a big, huge, you know, thing I can look at every single day and be like, what do I need to do? Like, it needs to be written out like that for me. And I put my money goals there, so it feels nice to, you know, shade in when I get closer to my goal. Like any entrepreneurial girl, listen, I've never had a normal job. The most normal job I've had is I worked at a tanning salon for 2 years. Any other money that I've made in my life was made from my own little things I had going on. And the first and most consistent thing I've done my whole life is resell clothes. That was the first time I ever made money at home. I can remember being 18 years old, and it was the summer right after I graduated. And this was my first time making money online. And I sold a Old Navy tank top, white and black striped dress for $19 on Poshmark. And it blew my mind that I got paid from my couch. Like, I couldn't understand it. And I didn't have anyone to drive me to a job at the time. So this was like a godsend. And with that being said, it's always been something that's worked for me. You can see how much clothes are in there. Oh my God, it's gonna pop. But I have the clothing rack here, and you can, like, honestly, if anyone comes in here, they're gonna be like, does this woman live in here? And I don't. It's just because I have to take all those photos for Depop and Poshmark and eBay. Reselling is something I will probably always do. I enjoy it. I have fun with it, but I do need to get curtains in here so I can change without somebody legit watching me. But I set up the clothing rack, and then I'm such a good host. I can't wait until I own a house because I'm gonna host everything. But I have little snacks and drinks and stuff for when people come visit me in my office. And then I have these lip glosses, which this was another business I had. I had a lip gloss business in 2020, like peak COVID. And I had so many left over that like are not going to expire anytime soon. So when people place orders on Poshmark and Depop and stuff like that, I always give them a bunch of free lip glosses and candy and stuff. I have this couch. This was just a nice temporary little one. Again, like if I plan on moving out of state, I don't want to be sad about parting ways with any expensive pieces that I fell in love with. So I just got some affordable things that I know will serve their purpose while I'm here. And I'm going to be podcasting soon, so it's the perfect couch for that. I have the tripod, the ring light that I film TikToks with, all of these books. This is like 5% of all the books that I own. Let me show you the lighting in here, which is pretty tacky, but you know what? I enjoy it. I like the actual lights. It's the lampshade that's tacky, so I'm probably going to switch those out. But let's see. Is this even the right remote? Oh my God, random dancing. It's literally giving that. Okay, so and there goes the heater. The heater noise is annoying to me a little bit, but I love the pink. I love the blue for when I'm working because it helps me focus, but yeah, it's a vibe in here. I also love the exposed brick and then the wood up here. I had them paint it white. It was beige at first, and then my messy table with everything on it because, like I said, the ADHD, I have like object permanence where if everything's not sitting on the table out for me to see it flat like this, I'll forget I have it. I won't look in the drawers. I'll buy doubles of thing thinking that I need more tape when I actually had tape in the drawer and I just had to look. Like, it's just helpful for me to have everything sitting out like this, even though it's a little messy. I have my calendar thing here, and then my new laptop in there, all my tarot cards. I kind of like the vibe too of having a flat table like this that faces the couch so that it feels like I'm running a modeling casting call and I'm interviewing people. But yeah, I'm really excited for this chapter. All of this hasn't set in yet. Again, I know it's very normal stuff, but like being able to drive now for the first time in my life, having a car, not having to depend on anybody, having an office I can go to. I really want to move out this year. I have a lot of big plans. I will make them materialize this year. And this was just one of the really big keys and steps to getting all of that started. So I'm excited, and I figured I would share that with you guys because I don't really like talk about anything on here, but I'm trying to share more. If you actually watched this, I hope you enjoyed the tour. And if you have any entrepreneurial questions, I'm more than happy to help.